Hey guys, Ben from BensGameTime back with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Last time we finally defeated Pegasus in what was the match of the Millennium, freed everybody's souls, everything's good. And so this time I'm going to go on to the Mystery Duelist, and if you could tell, we're going to be fighting against Bandit Keith. Actually, he's the Mystery Duelist, spoiler alert, if you can't tell, but I mean, it's kind of obvious if you've been paying attention, so let's get started. Despite defeating Pegasus in the Duelist Kingdom tournament, Yugi noticed that the spirit inside the Millennium Puzzle was worried about their uncertain future. Yes, I just want to quickly mention that they skipped over a couple things after Duelist Kingdom, but it was all filler. Like, you had this one person named Rebecca, and it's like she wanted the blue eyes that Yugi's grandpa had because that belonged to her grandfather, and Yugi, regular Yugi, not Yami Yugi, he dueled against Rebecca and just kind of like let her win and whatever. And then they had a couple episodes where like Kaiba was designing this game that was centered around duel monsters, and it was like a VR game, and so they kind of like had to go inside the game because the Big Five Corporation, which were trying to take over Kaiba Corp in Season 1, well, this is their second stab at it, and you know, they defeat them and whatever. And then they had another series of episodes that wasn't really card-based, it was actually dice-based. There was this new character called Duke Devlin, and he made this game called Dungeon Dice Monsters, which is kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh!, but like the card game Duel Monsters, but it was slightly different. And so they had a couple episodes where they played that. And so now we're back onto the story from where like they left off. They just kind of skipped over that stuff, and it was all filler. You know, the only important thing was just to introduce like the characters of Rebecca and Duke for later episodes, and that was really it. So, anyway. The Millennium Puzzle connects us, Yugi, and I sense that fate has more in store for us. And we're in this together no matter what. Good. I wish I knew more, but our future is still unclear to me. I'll help you figure it out. So, later that day, Yugi and Taya came across a fortune teller that offered to tell Yugi his future. Yugi welcomed the opportunity. What are you doing, Yugi? Taya, maybe this fortune teller can help me figure out the fate of the spirit inside the puzzle. The fortune teller asked for a personal item which he could use to tell the future. He indicated the Millennium Puzzle would be perfect, so Yugi reluctantly handed it over. Yugi realized it was a ruse when the fortune teller fled with the Millennium Puzzle, leaving a trail of arrows for Yugi to follow. It was a trap, but Yugi had no choice. When Yugi tracked down the thief, he discovered that the fortune teller was none other than Bandit Keith, but there was something different about him. Something, or someone, was speaking through him. What happened to you? I'm not Bandit Keith. I only speak through him since he's become my mind-controlled slave. Who are you, and what do you want with my Millennium Puzzle? I desire the power your item contains within, but according to the rules of its ancient magic, I have to win it from you in a duel. As for who am I, let's just say that I'm the one who shall control your destiny as I have controlled others, and that I am not unfamiliar with the power of a Millennium item. I understand more about their hidden mysteries than you will ever know. Take your Millennium Puzzle. There are ancient secrets buried within it, of which you and even the spirit that inhabits it are unaware. That's why I will add it to my collection. The Millennium Puzzle was out of his reach, so Yugi reached out with his mind to try to connect to the spirit inside the puzzle. I can barely hear you, Yugi. Our bond is weak. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you with this duel. You'll have to fight him alone. Alone? But I've never fought a duel without you. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, he did the one with Joey, like, at the very beginning as regular Yugi, but I mean, he still had the Millennium Puzzle, so I think, yeah, that might be true. How about that? You can defeat him. Just trust yourself and your deck, and you'll find the way. Prepare to lose your precious puzzle. I don't think so. Remember, Yugi, I have seen your future and foretold your fate, and this duel will be your last. It's time to duel. So yeah, we got a new bad guy on the scene, and he's controlling Bandit Keith. So yeah, now we gotta deal with this new evil. So I guess there's always something. But yeah, going back to what I was like talking about earlier for right now. Yeah, so they skipped over some episodes that really weren't important. There was even more filler than that, I think. I think there was an episode where... Or is this later? I forget. Let's just do rock. I forget when this occurs in the timeline, but it's like Yugi and Taya, well, the spirit of the puzzle anyway, and Taya kind of like go out and like they do some stuff like it. There's two different episodes I think that were like that actually, now that I think about it. You have one where it's like they kind of like go to an arcade or what? No, it's the same episode. Yeah, it's the same episode. So basically, you know, they go around, there's a card shop, and it kind of like explains where Yugi gets the new cards for the new season, because there's new cards for the next season that he gets, and so that kind of explains it. They go to a museum, they go to an arcade, and then like there's a duel with this guy named Johnny Steps or whatever. So again, it's all like filler and all that. Okay, so we got Guy the Dragon Champion. All right. What do I want to summon? I want to... Okay, what's this card do? When your opponent activates a spell card that targets exactly one monster, no other card on the field, target another card that would be an appropriate target. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. And we'll play Giant Soldier of Stone in defense mode. And that'll be all. So yeah, and then with this, specifically, they skipped over how after Bandit Keith... Oh, tribute to the gym. Yes, I would like to activate my Fairy's Hand Mirror and use it on your monster instead, so there we go. Perfect. Stop defense. Oh. Well, that's temporary, isn't it? Yeah, it's temporary, so I don't have to really worry about it, but let's just summon Skull to make things easier on us. But yeah, like, so basically after Ben Keith, like, got kicked out of the castle and everything. Oh no, not Blastsphere. That is not good. If this card's face down defense position was attacked by a monster before damage calculation, equipped to the monster, then during your opponent's next standby phase, destroy that monster this card is equipped to, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's... Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That's a good card. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so he was kicked out of the castle. Let's just finish the story before I can do anything. Oh, nope, there's nothing I can do about that. Well, he's got no monsters, so we're fine. Anyway, I should finish the story I'm trying to tell. Anyway, so he's out of the castle. He falls down into the like waters surrounding the island of Duelist Kingdom. And the new guys, they kind of like pick him up in a boat, and then they just kind of like take over his mind. And that's that. And now he's here. There we go. Took a while to say just that, but yeah. Oh, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. This is good. This is helpful. And we're getting some good cards. We got Mirror Force. We got Fairy's Hand Mirror. We got Swords of Revealing Light. Let's summon Ring Dragon and do some more damage. I don't know if they're going to explain this or not, but yeah, basically they're dueling on like a duel arena, like in Season 1. However, most of Season 2 uses Duel Disk, which is just like a portable version of it. You know how like Season 1 Kaiba made it. Well, he made like it kind of like... This is like our third Fairy with Hand Mirror, so that's... yeah, I'll put it down, why not? So yeah, he basically kind of improved on the formula of his original Duel Disk and made it better, so that way it's more like these type of format. Instead of like one monster, you can summon 5 and whatever. All right, let's attack with this. Okay, we're good. And we can... Oh, almost. One more turn and we'll win. Anyway, so yeah, that's how the rest of the show really goes, is with the Duel Disks that follow like this format. But anyway, so yeah, like the puzzle's on the side of it, and then... Yes, I want to activate a card, Mirror Force. Ta-da! But yeah, like Bakura shows up. And like, he gets involved a little bit, so... Like, I feel like... I'm not sure if they're going to cover that or not, we'll see. So yeah, just attack with Kimura Dragon, and there we go. we win. Woo, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, Van Keith isn't that great. I mean, the first duel we did against him wasn't that bad. This duel was, I think, even easier, so. Yep, yeah, they're gonna explain it. Okay, as Yugi battled Bandit Keith, evil Bakura found his way to the duel following the Millennium Puzzle's energy with his Millennium Ring. Fascinating. It appears the shadow magic energies I detect are within Yugi's opponent. Bandit Keith is just a puppet under the control of an evil master. Well, this puppet show is over, for I alone shall possess the Millennium Puzzle, my ring, sever the strings that bind this man, free his mind from the Shadow Realm. Bakura unseen. Bandit Keith was freed from the mind control, making Bandit Keith's controller wonder what happened. And this is the new bad guy, his name is Merrick. So, what happened? My Millennium spell over Keith has been broken, but how? Only the power of another Millennium item can sever a connection so strong. Huh? Where am I? Okay, yeah, they're glancing over a couple things that happened there. Basically, Bandit Keith goes crazy, the Millennium Puzzle gets smashed, and also he kind of like sets the building on fire, and so they like, yeah, so a couple things that were skipped over there were the fire that broke out, you know, so yeah, there was a fire, and you know, Yugi's trying to put the puzzle back together while the fire is going on, and you know, fire department shows up, and Joey and Tristan help him out a little bit. So yeah, it was kind of like a big crazy thing that happened at the end, and they just kind of like glanced over the whole fire starting situation. It's just like, oh yeah, Bandit Keith gets freed and he leaves, whatever. So anyway, that's all for this time. So next time we are gonna enter the next big tournament, which is Battle City, with Battle City Begins. I will see you guys then.